Hey guys, welcome back to the Complete Guide series. Today we'll be looking at Tryndamere. For the items, I'm running Blade of the Rune King, Stacky Shift, Quicksilver Stash with Ionian Boots, and Black Cleaver, Infinity Age, and then Death Dance for the last item. For the runes, I'll be taking Conqueror, Triumph, Spirit Walker, and Mastermind. So for the summoner spells, it will be Ghost and Flash. So for the first match is against Garen, and what I'm doing here is just farming safely and using my third ability to dash away as soon as he's in the range from my ability to get hit. So when I see that he's very low and he goes for these tricks, I'll just go for Oi, ignite him and just finish him off with another autos. So Ezreal chased me down into the bush. I wait for him to get in first, and then I start attacking him, pop him ignite, and just run away instead of diving him because I don't have the third ability up, the spinning blade. And when he's overextended, I bait him into thinking that I'm gonna die, and I pop my ult and go all in on him. So if you are Tryndamere, do not be afraid to tower dive because of your ultimate, and it can keep you alive for a very long period. So just know that you won't die and just keep track of your duration of your ultimate and you should be fine. So I get back into lane and I see Blitzcrank is there. Instead of just running away from them, I know I have all my ultimate, so I continue to fight them. And I start to tower dive them because I know I'm very far in the game and my ultimate will keep me safe under tower. So I just go for the all-in on them. And we end up getting double kill from that. In game 2, I'm actually facing two players in the solo lane, and the enemy team doesn't even have a jungler. But I was still able to win the game because I know my lane matchup and I was able to abuse the EXP lead that I have on them. As you can see, if 2v1 happens to you, or if they're playing a melee champion, what you can do is just sit under the tower and make sure you get all this farm. So that way you're not falling behind and you still have the full EXP that you're supposed to get from the minions. Tryndamere have sustain built in on him, so they can really do anything to you if you are hugging the tower. So Yasuo left the lane and Garen gets cocky and try to take my plan, and right here I'm literally one level ahead of him, so I go all in over to him. But Yasuo is in the river, so what I did was just keep dashing, and I know that I have ultimate, and he tried to flash away, so I followed up with my own flash and keep chasing him down. I pop my ultimate here thinking that he might ult early, but Yasuo ended up using ignite on me. And the Ash arrow was gonna hit me anyway, so I end up dying there. Yasuo is coming back into the lane with half health, so instead of running away from him, I just fully dive him and commit to the chase. So I pop my ghost and just chase him down. And that was a free kill on him. So if you are playing Tryndamere, do not be afraid to tower dive and just kill them under the tower. Ari comes along and she just ignites me, but I end up surviving because of the plant in the lane. So Tryndamere is really strong as long as you can survive the laning phase, and what you can do is just farm under the tower and don't be bothered with the lane matchup. So right here Garen comes along and I just kill him once again because I'm really ahead in the game at this point. And even though the game is 4-3 right now, I feel that I can solo carry this entire team. So Ashe comes along and the same thing happens to her. I just auto attack her to the death and pop my ulti. I just needed a little bit more time to get away from him. If I'm able to get jump over the wall, he will not be able to chase me at all. So right here, I'm just taking towers and not doing anything. So Garen comes back to lane and try to 1v1 me again, even though he's one level down. His ultimate dealt 0 damage and I just keep chopping him down. I just popped my ultimate in case that he did a lucky crit on me, so I end up dying to Irie here. But I could have easily like killed Garen if I have a little bit more of lifesteal. That's why the build is important, and the first item that I've changed to is Blade of the Rune King instead of Infinity Edge, because normally Infinity Edge should be much stronger, but in this game it's only 230% of crit chance, so it's only increasing by 30% chance, and I don't like that low percentage, man. So I will not be building Infinity Edge as the first item anymore. So Nessus comes here for 1v1 and I end up killing him one more time. Look at the amount of damage that you can deal, guys. It was only like 5 hits on him and he just dies. Like, as a Tryndamere, all you gotta do is just survive the laning phase and you should be fine. So right here, I got knocked up, and when I used my second ability, I really did not get hit by it. I have no idea why. And she ended up getting away. So I think it's a game bug, because Irie was definitely in the radius and she did not get hit by my second ability. And instead only Nessus were hit by that, so I'm really confused to what's going on here. So right here I got my revenge back on that cringe Irie, and all I did was just all in on her. Use my QSS, chase her down, keep critting her, and then just kill her. So Nessus keeps chasing me and I got away from him easily, because I got my spins and he can't even chase me down because he's the Nessus. So I got healed back and he decides to stage go in for the 1v1 and he ends up dying to me because of the crit that I can deal. And I think I have around 80% crit even without the passive. So the dragon is up, you take it away and there's another fight happening. Right here they're chasing down my Jhin and we're running away from them, but I end up going on Nessus and that Irie literally dashed into me. So with my lowest priority hitting, and end up hitting the Irie instead of Nessus, so Irie end up like dying instantly because of my crits. As you can see, it was 320 straight away, and we end up winning the game here, and that will be it for the game 2. So if you guys are enjoying the video, make sure you guys drop a like and subscribe to the channel. So I see that most of you guys are not subscribed to my channel. If you're new to this channel, welcome. And normally what I do on this channel is I pump up a lot of Wild Rift content, and it's actually free, guys, so please subscribe to my channel. And yeah, so enjoy the video. So over to the game 3, we have Tryndamere versus Yasuo matchup, and it's gonna be a little bit hard if the Yasuo knows what they're doing. So right here, I think the Yasuo wants to like poke me in the early game, and instead of just letting him poke, I just like keep safe and stand behind my minions. And this Yasuo just like shoving the entire wave into my lane, and what I'm doing here is just farming another tower safely. So as you can see, if you're playing Tryndamere, there's literally no point to fighting in the early game, because in the late game you will be definitely strong if you can survive the early game. If you're facing a Tryndamere, it can be really annoying because they play super safe and you can't really do much in the lane anyways. So right here I try to go all in on Twisted Fate, but he ends up getting away, and the Ignite did nothing to me. So my Shyvana goes in for 2v1 and she ends up getting away, but the Twisted Fate is dead, so it's all good. And I go for the aggressive play here because I know that I have my ultimate, and Yasuo comes after me, but he ended up hitting this tornado on us and Shyvana ended up dying. So instead of risking it, I just played safe and got away. So the first item I'm getting here is Blade of the Rune King, and I'm trying out this build because I feel that Tryndamere don't really need the Infinity Edge in the early game, and I was able to trade with him in here and just getting away from here. I could have easily killed him if I did a mini dash and then flash back right into him, but I wasn't sure whether he would take a lot of damage. But you know, playing safe is the way to go as a Tryndamere. Right here, I see that he's low. I flash on him, but his shield is way too big to be killed. And I end up getting away and juked him with the bush. So it was all good. And I waited for my ultimate to come up and try to bait him as much as I could. So he ended up staying a little bit more. And I was waiting here to check if they would gang me. I pretended below, and as soon as he dives me, I ult and get a kill on him. So Blitz comes here. As you can see, the Tryndamere don't even have to be facing the enemy to slow them. So the previous match was definitely a bug, and I don't know what Riot was doing with these spaghetti codings. So they should probably fix Tryndamere. As you can see again, I was not even facing them, and I was able to like apply the effect on him. So I'm pushing the tower, and Twisted Fate is out of position. At this point of the game, I'm really fair already, so that should be the end of this game. And if you are at this ahead as a Tryndamere at around 7 minutes, it's over for the enemy team. So what you can do is just keep split pushing in the side lanes, and instead of joining them for your team fights, you can just keep pushing. And what they have to do is that they have to send at least one person, and that one person must be able to defend the tower as well as survive the tower dive from Tryndamere. So if they can't do any of that, they will have to send at least 2. So when they do send 2, your teams should definitely be able to win the team fight, because it's going to be 4v3, and you should be able to easily get away as well because of your the ghost and the flash that you have, as well as the third ability, the spinning blade. And Tryndamere is really strong as a split pushing character because of the dueling potential that he have against 2v1. So as soon as you kill the one person, you can just ult and then kill another person. So they would definitely have to have like a lot of crowd control to actually like stop you from 2v1ing them. But in this game, obviously there's Quicksilver Stash, so I don't think it's really possible to do against a Tryndamere. So right here, Yasuo's try to kill me, and he does a rage ultimate, which is pretty much, you know, no point, but he's raging because he's really far behind, and I was able to like stomp on him. And Blade of the Rune King effect is kicking in, and I'm healing way too much, and what he did here was just purely rage. You know, he's like tilted already because Tryndamere literally won him by just farming another tower, and he could do nothing about it. So right here, I see the Twisted Fate out of position again, and I use my ultimate. Instead of chasing him, I just get away as far as I could. So at this point of the game, obviously the Yasuo is like, his mental is gone, and what he's doing here is just all rage split pushing. So you can easily like keep killing a person if they are completely tilted. As you can see, he was like completely tilted, and instead of like trying to play the game properly, he is just completely tilted. So you can just keep killing that kind of players. If you are in rank especially, you don't want to be like tilted. So all these games that I've shown you is just all purely from my the 10 deciding games that you have to play for your rank games. And obviously these players are all like sweating because it's their promotional games, and or even like they are around averaging bronze silver, so at least they are better than those players in the normal games. So I was able to easily like cheese them with Tryndamere strat. Like there's nothing they could do when your macro play is so much better than theirs. So right here, obviously Yasuo is rage chasing again. As you can see, I've used my ultimate and just dash away from him. So that will be the end of this game 4, and we'll be going into the game 5. Thank you guys so much for making it all the way to this part of the video, and if you guys are enjoying the video, make sure you guys like and subscribe to this channel because I'll be pumping out more content for you guys. So in the last game, we have Olaf against Tryndamere, and this Olaf is pretty sweaty, so he understands the lane matchup, and you know, I was still able to out macro play him. Obviously this Olaf has his mechanics, but in the lane he doesn't have macros, so I'm guessing he's around silver elo in League of Legends, or even like gold player, because obviously his lane matchup is there. He knows how to abuse Olaf, but his macro is completely gone. And obviously, if you can have a better macro over your enemy, you will definitely be winning more games. So what macro is pretty much like, for example, split pushing, and as a Tryndamere, you're split pushing instead of like teaming up with your Baron, teaming up your team for Baron play, because obviously you know that if they send the enemy team over to the Baron pit, you can definitely end the game. So that's like one of the macro plays that is an example of a macro play. So mechanic play will be like a champion. So for example, Yasuo is a very mechanical champion because there's so many things that you can do with him. Or even Zed, those are mechanical champions. They definitely demand more mechanicals. And yep, Tryndamere obviously doesn't require any mechanical. As you can see, all you do is dash and just spam the first ability. I think even Yasuo have more mechanics than Tryndamere, because his Tryndamere abilities are so basic. As you can see, Olaf goes in for the all-in, but I end up flashing away and hitting the plant. So I survived the all-in from Olaf. I was super lucky because I was able to flash away to my plant. As long as you are able to reach late game as a Tryndamere, you should be good to go. And the Vi comes here. We got a free kill on her, and plus the Rift Herald. So my entire team is feeding, and except for the Master Yi, he's doing a little bit decent. What I see here is Annie overextending, so I end up killing her. As you can see, I was critting in almost every auto attack that I'm doing. So Annie ended up dying. And this part of the game, I definitely know that I can 1v1 anyone. So Olaf's going for the 1v1 again, thinking that he's the shit. And obviously, Olaf's end up dying to it. And I'll tower dive him, kill him, and end up BMing here because that Olaf is a piece of shit. And the Annie comes in for the rage ultimate, obviously. He was definitely not happy that I shit on him in the 1v1. So this build is pretty much the finalized build that I have, the spinning Beyblade Tryndamere. So every time you crit, you will get a refund on Tryndamere, and plus the 40% cooldown reduction, you'll be spinning almost every second. As you can see, they are all obviously not happy that they have to send entire team to chase me down. And that was really funny because my team could have easily pushed top lane or mid lane, but they are doing nothing. So obviously you can see that my team macro play is really garbage as well. So yeah, that's pretty much what you call a garbage macro play by the team. I don't know what they were doing. So obviously I'm cringing here, and I have to obviously tell them that in the all chat that they are a bunch of cringe. So anyways, you know, it's really annoying to deal with 5 players when you're just trying to like play Tryndamere and split push. And right here we end up catching on Vi, and as you can see, my damage is all crit. So Olaf's trying to be a hero here and try to do something, you know. I end up slapping him one more time and he dies. So I see that the two of them are there. I just dash over, ultimate QSS, just critting over and over. So towards the late game, Tryndamere is just a monster and they can do nothing about it. So what you're doing is just playing towards the late game and try to survive the early game. Normally as a Tryndamere, I will not take fights if I don't have my ultimate, so just play safe in the laning phase and play safe when you are down on your ultimate. So as you can see, Ashe tried to do something again, and I got my QSS to actually get out of the Lux binding and kills Ashe. And I believe that will be the end of this game, and thank you guys so much for watching the video. And if you guys have any question about Tryndamere, you know, his skills, his ability to max, what I normally max is his first ability because it gives you more AD, and towards the late game what you're looking to do is just going for 1v1, 1v2, and you don't really have to drive the team fights. So Thank you guys for watching this video and take care.